Hey guys, it's Diddy Goops here, back with another video. It's been a long time since I've last seen you guys, but yeah, it's been a while. But let's get straight into it. We're gonna be playing a 10-minute game, and I'm gonna be going over my thought process and analysis, so you guys can figure out how I play. I'm like 1900 something rated right now. It's D4. I play the French, so I'm just gonna play E6, and D5 is almost always guaranteed next. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take. There's an opening I've been studying a little bit. It's the what's it called? The Rubinstein, and I play the black burn defense right here, like that. Of course, if he takes, I'm gonna take back. Cool. And here, French players know C5 is almost always played, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that here. He's gonna take as well. Okay. I did not expect that, but now he has no center pawns and I do. I've got some nice looking development here, which is cool. And he castled. I'm thinking I should also castle. There's this move that might be coming soon for him. So I'm thinking about this move for actually here. So if I go Queen B6, it's more of like stopping this guy's bishop from actually coming out. So Queen B6, his bishop comes out here. I take. He can't really take this because I'll just take here. And then if he tries to like screw me up, I can just go sit my piece here. So I think I'm going to play Queen B6. I'm going to stop him from actually developing this piece. And now he has to do something about this this piece right here. He might play something like H3 and then try to play this kind of idea, which would be an interesting idea. He's going to play H3. Oh, I'm at A3 on the side. Sorry, my notation is pretty bad. But he plays A3 here. Okay. I could go ahead and put this bishop on this square. I'd be looking at a nice diagonal, just like how this is looking at a nice diagonal. But if I played this and then he plays here, I take, he goes here. I guess I could take this, he goes here. I have this interesting idea, which, so, yeah, I guess losing another pawn. But then I have really strong bishops. Oh, but then when he takes here, this is also a bit messed up. But maybe I'm safe there by that point. He doesn't have any dark square bishop, so he can't really exploit the weaknesses here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to move this bishop away. Get developed. Okay. So he brought his knight in. I was thinking about queenside castling because then if he takes, I take, and then there's a bit of a pin here. But of course, if we queenside castle, we risk this pawn being taken, and then he has a fork right here, so that doesn't really work. Another idea was going here, but then he just takes, and then my knight takes, and then it's in a bad spot. Knight's not in the best spot. Maybe I'm just gonna put my rook behind it, so then I basically still get this rook idea, but I'm not getting rid of this f7 square. So I think that's what I'm gonna do here. Just gonna move this over here. If he takes, I'm gonna take with the rook, and then he might have ideas for like this, trying to put this bishop over here. Then I think I just have this. Okay, he actually did play that, and immediately. So we kind of called it. The idea being like, I'm gonna put this right here. Let's see if I castle right here. If he goes here ever, I'm gonna just take. But then what if he like if he tries to take this knight first, then I have to take with this, and I don't really like that. I might play here. If he goes here, let's see. That's something that I don't really like too much. The a5. Whew. A5 might be a good move for him. I don't know where my queen's supposed to go. Maybe I just throw it down here. Though that doesn't look too hot. But there's ideas of this, and then if he ever puts a pawn like right here, I can take, lose this pin. But if I also go here, he has this idea. If I go here, he just takes. We missed this idea here. So then I can't. I think I have to play a5, a6 right here to stop this. But if he plays this, we can't get onto this diagonal. This square is gone. I don't really think my queen wants to be here. This square is gone. Is there anything on this square right here? Coming up here. You still can't move this bishop. What if he goes here then? My queen is not doing very good. I think it goes here. And then I just want to bring this knight into the game or something. But yeah, that doesn't look very nice. Let's hope he doesn't find a5, I guess. We made a bit of a mistake with this. Knight is pretty strong. I'm gonna want to try to remove it. So I'm thinking about this kind of idea, even I'm kind of like double attacking. But the thing is, if he goes here and I take here, so let's say here, I take and he just pins it. Doesn't seem like it's gonna go well for me. I have no way to actually extract this knight, this bishop, and it's just gonna be lost for a pawn. So that's not the best idea, guys. Anyways, our opponent is also taking some time. Moving his queen over. Okay. Okay. So I think I still want my queen to end up on d6, maybe. Forming like this battery up the file. It's an open file, right, guys? So that would make sense. I'm thinking about this kind of move where like it kind of stops any this bishop here, and I don't know why he would ever want to come this bishop here because of this fork. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So, if my two candidate moves are like this and this castles, and moving my knight into d5. I'm liking this knight to d5 better, as I want to get rid of this square so that when he eventually plays this, I can get into a square. Maybe this is not the best square because he has this still. Oh, another strong move would have been this, I guess. Kind of paralyzes this, but no, then I just have castles. Anyways, this is where we are. Okay, and he plays this, which I cannot tell you why. Oh, I see. So I guess he's adding a defender to the square. Now he has the ability to move this bishop away, I guess. Cool, but I think I can just play here. Let's get out of this hell. Okay. Still has ideas of this, but I think my piece would be fine here. And there's even ideas of like playing here. Anyways, the imbalances of this position. If he goes here, I can play this. And that both this and attacks this, and I get a tempo back. This bishop wasn't on the square. I could play like knight f4, trade away this for this. Have the bishop pair. He doesn't. Okay, there's his a5. Took him a while. Actually, this might be slightly better so that I can at least come over to this side. So I'm going to try this. We also have the battery. If this gets taken, if he goes here, I think I'm just going to move over here, and I feel safe enough. Oh, but then here, I go here, he goes here. Oh, I have the bishop guarding it for now. If he goes here, I might have to just play this, which feels really bad. But he doesn't care. These kind of moves takes, but then this pawn is being dropped now. Wait, let's see. Here, takes, queen takes, I take, rook takes, knight here. It does look risky, but the risk is what we're here for. And did he fall into it? Could he play? He could play something like this. Takes here, and have to play here. And I guess his bishop is nice and strong looking, but we got two open files right in the middle of this game. Okay, that's. Oh, Zwischenzug. What is that? German for in between move. If I take here, he takes, and then he can move this bishop anywhere, right? So first you go here, check. He goes here, and then I take, and then this bishop is pinned. So now we're threatening to take here, and he's gonna let me. And I guess the idea is that he gets to do something like this. But now I want that pawn back and I'm just at the exchange. So now I feel like this should be a pretty simple win. And he's going to blunder here. I have check, he goes here and I take. Unfortunate. He's crumpling. I'm the one with less than 2 minutes, but he's crumpling. And we get a resignation, plus 8 rating points for 1967. Good work, guys. Well, the thing on the engine so far says 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 missed wins, but that's a lower depth, so we gotta go into the thing, right? The what's it called? The game analysis, and make sure that that's all good. And actually, you guys can see right here. It actually says I have 1 mistake here. It says he has 2 misses, which means that Yeah, I was actually not at the best position. 91.9 accuracy at 83.1. Both good. Here it says giveaway, nice comeback win. Comeback meaning that he was in a good advantage at some point. Anyways, I know that these are good moves here. I think c5 is fine. Takes is good. Here I play queen b6, which is a bit of a mistake, looks like. And I guess he is this move here. I'm not exactly sure. But I play bishop d7. He plays there. Play here. This was the best move, in fact. I guess actually getting into this thing. I don't know why I won. A6 is forced. Here. Okay. Let's see. This is a mistake. Because of this move, and if you try to castle, he has this bishop as well. So this was the big move that I missed. If he has this, if he played g6, you're making so many dark squared weaknesses, and your bishop and knight are over, or your bishop and queen are over here. So you can play queen f3, play this over here. This bishop is never going to budge. You're never going to castle. Your king's stuck in the middle. So there's a mistake. Higher depths gets a little bit better. It's like plus 0.8 rather than plus 1.37. But you guys can see where the problem here is. So I should have played. What should I have played? Just queen back. I can't give up this square yet just yet. I need to castle and get all good. And in fact, castling is the third best move. So bishop c6 still shows up. Castles, yeah, I just need to get castle. That's actually the right thing. c3 is a miss, yeah. c3 is a miss, and I've got castled. a5 is a miss. He wants his bishop to come over here. Whoa. Sorry, what? Bishop here. Why don't I not have f6? Let's see. Because now he has queen h5 and he's threatening everything. And if you play g6, this is actually checkmate. Okay, don't play f6 because it just weakens your position very much so. Bishop e7, which is really sad. You're making your bishop go all the way back. He gets a trade-off, and well, your knight gets back onto g6, so it's probably okay for you. So this isn't as good as what the engine is making it out to be. It's like plus 0.93, it's plus 0.52 at higher depth. But still, it is something that I should have noticed. He played a5, which is late. And then I get this, and this is fine, I think. You can play this too, but it's cool. Rook d1, and then I play f6, which is an inaccuracy, but he gets trapped because he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, we saw this mistake, and it was kind of a trap that we set up because people, even at the 1900 level, always fall for traps. So, bishop e8. I guess like making something up on this. But oh my god, bishop e8 feels so sad, guys. Bishop e8, bishop c2, and then do you play f6 here? I don't know why this bishop is on e8. It feels really bad. I don't know if this seems really hard to play as black now. So I don't really like bishop c2 or bishop e8. Sorry. Bishop c6 is still an idea, but he has this move right here. So it is just this position is for choice for white, and the reason is probably because we moved our queen so many times. And yeah. I guess this square is not even supposed to be meant for this queen because he has this push. Especially since we haven't castled, because this basically comes with tempo, and then this is coming up right around the corner, so this is something that I should always be looking out for, yeah. There's this idea of just pushing down here, and he has the queenside majority, which means that if he just keeps pushing, he will eventually just win because he just has more pawns than us. So there's always a threat of like making a passed pawn for him. So this is just for choice here for white. So this was a bit of a mistake. Queen b6, I guess. Just what queen c7, and actually, in the book, we have positions, which I'm just gonna like make random moves for white here. This kind of being an idea for white, where like you have this bishop pair looking straight here, and in case you need to, you can always bring this back and look this way, and this also stops this knight from coming in, right? So that's something that I should have actually looked instead for, and that's what the book even advises. It's kind of the setup here. So queen b6 is an interesting idea, but now this light square bishop, the only way for it to actually get into the game is by going to g7 and then c6, which is that complicated maneuver, and this game actually never even ends up happening. So that bishop is never really in the game, and it's really sad. So don't block this b6 square, and so like if I go here, I guess he goes here. This isn't really much of a threat because I could. Oh, it doesn't even want me to defend it. Can I just castle here? Probably not castles. But he doesn't have a white square bishop to actually like attack these weaknesses. And in fact, I've just opened up a semi open file on this king, and we've got this bishop coming in too. And this is probably looking good, decent for us. This is really good attacking chances. So yeah, as the engine gets higher and higher depth, white's advantage seems to just dwindle more and more. And now there's only one like winning move, and the other ones are draws, and then everything else is kind of just winning. Oh, okay. But anyways, I think the reason we got into such a passive position was because of queen b6. We couldn't get to play our own pawn to b6 and then bring the bishop into the game, and it was just sitting on d7 the entire game, like kind of just like a rock, and it was very useless, except for the trap. But the trap was it being captured, so we got him in a trap, so we were able to win this game, but next time we won't be so lucky. Anyways, that was today's game. We ended up winning. It was in the French defense Rubinstein variation, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.